Are you ready to up the engagement level with the Fab 4 activity within your classroom? Students can learn about any topic. In this case, they're going to be learning about Martin Luther King Jr. And with the Fab 4, students are going to be in a group of 4. And you can see right here, we've got the summarizer, clarifier, questioner, and predictor. Each of these students are going to play a different role within their School AI space. So you're going to launch your space and share that code with your students. Once your students have that code, the first question that they are going to be asked is, what role are they? Right here, we've got the summarizer. The summarizer is going to highlight all key points and information about whatever the students are learning. You can see here that they might get a quote, and now they have to think in their own words how they might summarize this, and they're going to have to be ready to share this with their group. Another student in the group might be the questioner. And this student really has to think through different questions that they might ask while they're in this question as they're kind of going through this content. So now this person has to think through, what are some questions that might happen during this time zone, or what might happen within this topic. They're coming up with those questions that they're going to share back with their team and those answers as well. The next person in the group is the clarifier. This student is clarifying any misconceptions that there might be. There might be some concepts that seem really unclear, or maybe there's some vocabulary words that are unclear as well. This student's able to go up and clear up those muddy points to support their group. Another student, the last one, is the predictor, where this student gets to come into the space and they get to be a predictor, where they're going to see some information and they have to make different predictions and connections with their group about that section. As the students are working in those groups, they're going to have 2 minutes in each of their own spaces. So it's going to be quiet, they're going to be typing, they're going to be either using the summarizer, questioning, maybe even going through and making predictions. And what you're going to do is you're going to then pause after 2 minutes. So after that 2 minutes, we're going to pause that chat and students can't add any other comments into this space. They're then going to have a small group discussion with the summarizer, questioner, clarifier, and predictor. Students are going to have a conversation about how their chat went and what information they took away. Once those 2 to 3 minutes are done in that discussion, you're ready to resume the chat, and students now take on a new role. Where now, maybe if I was the questioner, maybe now I am the clarifier. And if I was the clarifier, you're the predictor. If you're the predictor, you're now the summarizer. And so now students take on a new role. Again, after 2 minutes, you'll pause that chat again, and then students can dive into that discussion again. This is a great way to help engagement and get students talking about a topic.